Hey guys, welcome to Marcus Loves Movies. My name is Marcus Lee and today I am reviewing Mosul, a film which has popped up on Netflix. Just now, it's officially a 2019 film, but we're only just seeing it here in the UK because international circuit and all of that stuff. But this film is about the fight against ISIS, and up front I'm going to tell you that this film is really good and I'm going to tell you why. Before I get to the review, can I just say thanks for checking out this movie review. If you do like movie reviews, movie discussions, trailer reactions, quizzes, all of that good stuff, can I encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because here is where I do all of that good stuff. So let's talk about the film. So the film, which is based on true events, is about a police unit from Mosul called the Nineveh SWAT team who are fighting to free the Iraqi city from thousands of ISIS militants. The story follows Kawa, a 21-year-old police officer who is rescued from a gunfight by the Nineveh SWAT team, and he then joins them to fight against the ISIS stronghold. As a filmmaker, I sometimes struggle to sit and watch a film and just enjoy it for what it is without analysing it, because I'm analysing it through the eyes of a filmmaker. I'm thinking, how did they do that? How did they shoot that? Where did they put the camera? How did they create that effect? How did they dress that set design? And this film is one of those cases in point, because it feels so realistic. It almost feels like you're not watching a film. It feels like you're watching something that's fly on the wall, like a documentary, because it feels so real. It's almost uncomfortable. From the get-go, we kick off with a gun battle that follows our main character, Kawa. And this gun battle feels so real, you almost feel like you're in the mix. You feel like you're right there. As you're watching it, you feel like bullets and shrapnel and glass are going to come through your screen and hit you, because it is so realistic that it's almost uncomfortable. Can I recommend another film to you very quickly? There's a film called Children of Men. Many of you would have heard of it. About 15 years old, stars Clive Owen, and some of the sequences in that involving action and gun battles feel very realistic, and they feel quite realistic because they're long unbroken takes. Great camera work, great filmmaking. Multiply the intensity of that film by about 5 and you start getting to the level where Mosul is, because like I said, it feels so realistic. So if you like action, you're going to enjoy this film. But it's not just about the action. The emotional beats and the reality of life and the reality of war really gets you. And I think the filmmakers did a really good job of balancing that level of action with the reality of war. Remember, this is based on true events. So this isn't just some action movie. These things really happened, and that's what really gets to you. This is war, so sadly we see children dying, we see children being shot. It's graphic, I'll warn you, it is graphic. We see parents dealing with the loss of their children. We see children carrying their parents who've just been shot. We see soldiers who die on the spot. You know, I don't think it's a major spoiler to say, you know what, if you've got a film with 30 soldiers who are working together, some of those are going to die. I won't tell you how many were in there, do your own research. But, you know, the tragic thing is that sometimes a soldier dies, there is no time for mourning, even though these people are good friends. They say, right, this is really sad, we're going to come back and claim our dead again, but we have to keep going because we have to keep fighting against ISIS. It's gut-wrenching. It's gut-wrenching on a level that I find it hard to explain. Something on a personal level, this made me think about first world problems, because you look at Mosul, you look at this town where people were literally running for their lives, where people didn't know whether they'd be alive, you know, in 6 hours, never mind in a year from now. They just didn't know what was around the corner. It made me think about first world problems. And funny story, in the UK yesterday, we had the shock of Google going down. YouTube and Gmail all crashed for about an hour, and none of us could get online onto Google and onto YouTube, and it was terrible. And I'm sure there were lots of people who were ready to complain and be up in arms about these amazing services. But to us, that's a real problem. To us in the Western world, if you like, or to, you know, that's a real issue. But for you compare that with people who are literally running for their lives, or not sure if they're going to be alive tomorrow, or they're worried about whether their children are going to be safe. Gosh, those are real flipping problems, man. And it just, I don't know, there was something personally for me when I started thinking about what we consider to be life and death problems, because these are life and death problems, and life and death feels way too real here. Really good film that I would highly recommend. Please check it out. The back end of the film, the last few minutes, really gets you in the feels. Absolutely beautiful. No spoilers here, but like I say, you should go see the film. I didn't really recognize any of the actors in this film, and sometimes that's a good thing. You know, if the film had been fronted by Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise, you feel like you're following Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise and you recognize them and they're the good guys and they're going to win the day and that's all great, man. But because I didn't really recognize any of these actors, who've done lots of things before, by the way, you know, but because I didn't really recognize anyone, I felt like I could have been watching anyone. So that kind of worked for me, not really recognizing any of the people. But if you do like recognizable names, apparently the producers behind the film are the Russo brothers who directed the Avengers movies, and they've done some major stuff. So if you like recognizable names, that'll do you. But in my mind, this is the stuff that should win awards. I'd be quite interested to see where this film goes, you know, how much more attention it gets, and if it does get any awards, because it certainly deserves them. So Mosul, it's on Netflix right now. I highly recommend you check it out. So my official Marcus Loves Movies rating for the film Mosul is, drumroll, 4 stars. So go watch Mosul, and then after you've seen it, come back, watch this review again and see if you agree with me or not. Then I can ask you, did you like this film that was based on a true story, or did you find it all a little bit too gory? Were you intrigued by this film because it was about ISIS, or did you think, I can't handle watching that crisis? Please leave a comment on the video below. Give this video a like, and if you like movie reviews, discussions, trailer reactions and all that good stuff, please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel and also hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I release a new video. Thank you for watching. I hope to catch up with you again soon. Until then, peace.